Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor and welcome to Yap Time with Taylor. It has been so long since I filmed and it just feels so weird to have not filmed for that long. I got a gnarly cold from somewhere over Memorial Day weekend, and it put me on my ass for 2 weeks. It has not been a fun, funky, and fresh time over here in the house of Taylor. Found out that I have allergies to whatever trees are out here outside of my apartment. And the pollen counts are apparently so high and rapid that just everyone is just sneezing and dying. So yeah, I have not filmed in over 2 weeks. So I've just been kind of going through my backlog of what has to be filmed, what has to be edited and posted from my cozy cabin weekend, which has been good. Like, I definitely have enough content, which is nice. But yeah, things have been kind of crazy around here. My left ear is still very clogged, but I took allergy meds for the first time this morning, and I'm actually doing a lot better. Oh, I just cannot believe summer's already here. I know that technically the season doesn't start until I think June 21st, but I don't even care. I am just like so excited. Like, the weather's been pretty nice. The sun finally came out today. You know, it's not that warm. But I have some alone time. I just wanted to try and get some filming done. Oh, it's 82. Severe thunderstorm watch. When? Oh, apparently like in an hour. Cool. Anyway, just wanted to get some filming done before I kind of do some other stuff for the night. So I think I've mentioned on here before that I live with two people, my best friend, and then we had another roommate who just recently moved out to move in with their partner. And so now I'm going to be having a lot more alone time because I always try to film when nobody's home. And that's just like a me thing. I definitely could have been filming while they were home, but I just didn't want to, I don't know. The thought of somebody hearing me while I was filming was like mortifying. Yeah, now I can just film pretty much whenever my best friend is working, which is kind of wild to think about, but you know, exciting nonetheless. So I just really need to get my reading wrap up, and then I also have like a book haul, and I kind of want to do a bit of a June TBR. But it's mostly going to be mood reading and just, you know, the books that are from the haul and books that I've been saying I need to read for a while. Not too much going up on that front. I did just go to Dallas for a couple days for work, and it went so well. I'm really, like, proud of myself and how that went. I travel for work often, but this was my first time doing this specific show. And I'm just so happy with how everything went. So, just, you know, exciting work stuff. I have fallen in love with Magnolia Parks, which is wild to say because I've been wanting to read those books for a while because some like people on BookTube, specifically like Sarah Caroli and Destiny Sidwell, have talked about how much they love those books, and I just was like, you know what, that kind of sounds like a fun, funky, and fresh time. And so I started reading Magnolia Parks. I had bought Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates, which are the first two books. And I just was like, why? What is going on and why? Like, I just, like, did not understand. So Magnolia Parks is about a relationship between Magnolia Parks and BJ Ballantyne, London socialites, and they were in a relationship, and then that relationship ended. Like, they want to get back together, but they're both too, like, prideful to, like, admit their faults and, like, all this stuff. It just, oh my gosh. Well, so first book happens, and I was like, you know, I think I'm gonna be more Daisy Hates, you know? because that follows completely different characters. So in the first book we get Magnolia and BJ's point of view, and then in this second book we get Daisy hates, her older brother Julian hates, and then Daisy's love interest Christian Hemes, who is also like a pretty heavily featured character in Magnolia Parks because he's like really good friends with BJ and Magnolia. That book was super good. I really, really enjoyed it, and I have not been able to stop thinking about Magnolia Parks, especially because, so I finished Daisy Hates, and I went to Books A Million here in town and got Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home, and Daisy Hates, The Great Undoing. I've been going through The Long Way Home. I've been reading it for about a week now because I did bring it with me on my travels, and obviously working and stuff I couldn't just sit and read the whole time. Reading through that, and oh my gosh, the book just like starts out with a bang. So like Magnolia Parks ends and you're just like, but then The Long Way Home starts, and you like find out so much within the first 100 pages, and you're just like, like I just feel like my jaw is constantly on the floor with this book. And so now I'm just like super excited, but I'm like, oh no, this is the second book of like their arc, I guess you could say, because the final book in Magnolia and BJ's point of view just came out in February, and it's called Magnolia Parks Into the Dark. And I'm just like, I know that, what's the word? The Long Way Home and Into the Dark are both pretty long books, and I'm only on page like 300 of The Long Way Home. But honestly, in my mind, I'm just like, oh my god, I need to savor this for as long as possible. But I just like already want to go back and reread the first Magnolia Parks book and like annotate it and stuff, which I normally don't want to do. But I think the book girlies have really like gotten to me. Oh, I got my nails done. So I know that the Cajun shrimp color from OPI has been like super big on social media, but since I get my nails done, I always get the sparkle ones because I write in pen a lot, and whenever I get just a regular color, I always somehow get a blob of ink from a pen on there, and then I can't get it off, and then it's just like very frustrating to not have like kind of nicely perfect nails. Whereas with the sparkle ones, I've noticed I don't have that problem as much, but if I do, the sparkles kind of like hide it, so I never notice it, I guess. Yeah, I had short squares before, but now these are what I would consider to be kind of like short stilettos. Also, a new Hunger Games book was just announced, Sunrise on the Reaping. Oh, I'm so excited. I watched a few theories on it last night on YouTube, and I really think that it's going to be like a pivotal book. I just think it's so cool how Suzanne Collins kind of like, she uses this fictional world of Panem to really like say something, which I think is so interesting. And not to say that other authors don't do that, because obviously we all know they do. But I kind of like how we don't have to guess too much about what they're about. So like The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which I still have not read yet, but it's on my summer TBR. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is all about like what is human nature. Like if you've seen the movie, which is, you know, the content from that I've consumed, Coriolanus Snow gets asked multiple times throughout the movie, what are the Hunger Games for? And essentially that question is asked to be like, what is human nature? And in the beginning of the book, there are multiple different quotes from different philosophers on what human nature is. And I just think that's like a really interesting vessel to say something through. And then I know that the first Hunger Games trilogy, it was based around a lot of like, is there like a means to an end when it comes to war? and then like what people in power do. I really want to reread The Hunger Games as well, because I watched the movies recently with my roommate, but I feel like, you know, some of those finer details have just been lost to me over time, and I haven't read those books probably since middle school. I don't think I ever really went back to it in the way that I went back to other books. I used to be like a really hardcore rereader, and I'm just like not so much anymore. I wouldn't categorize that as a good or bad thing, I would just say it is. I definitely want to like revisit those and like annotate them and stuff. I don't know, I've just been like really into the thought of like annotating a book recently, clearly. Yeah, does anyone have any fun summer plans? I'm really excited. I'm actually going to be doing my, well, I did a market in Spearfish for the holidays last December, but I don't know how much I want to count that because it wasn't technically in Rapid, but I'm doing a market. I'm going to be vending for the Black Hills Pride Festival on June 29th. And I'm super excited about it. I think it'll be really fun. It'll be kind of my first vending experience in Rapid City, which, I don't know. I mean, maybe it could breed a few new opportunities, at least for July, because I know, what's the word? It's just crazy to think about. Like, summer already kind of feels over for me. I'm going to be going home for one weekend in July, and then my family's actually going to be coming out to visit me, and then I'll have like one weekend off, and it's time for Lollapalooza, and then my trade show season starts, which is just wild to think about. I mean, normally that end of summertime is when my trade show season starts, but you know, the summer's gonna go by really fast, and then it'll be time to move, and I'm super excited about that. I'm having such a weird time with makeup recently, because it's like, I finish my makeup, but then I'm like, ugh, because I haven't been wearing makeup very often. Oh, I need to do my mascara. It's like, something's wrong. I'm not done yet. Alright. And that is the finished look for today. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you got to the end of the video, post a flower emoji, or comment down below a flower emoji of some sort, and tell me one book that you want to read this summer. So don't forget to give this video a big like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I am going to be at 100% perfect health soon, and I will be able to just keep making really fun summer videos for you guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye.